Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia for those of you who do not know. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about my diabetes. Yay. So I have type 2 diabetes for those of you who do not know. And before I get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video because we're trying to help your girl grow this channel. So let's get back into this video. So I have type 2 diabetes, and up until this point it has not been controlled. I recently just went to the doctor and she kind of went over my sugar levels with me so that we could plan out how we were going to control my sugars. So for those of you who don't know, when you go to the doctor and you have diabetes, they want to check your A1C level. Now your A1C level is basically just the average sugar range that you fall into. So basically they just take a sample of your blood and they test to see how much sugar is inside of your blood. Now a normal range for somebody who doesn't have diabetes is from 1 to 7. So let's say the normal scale from like 1 having no diabetes and 10 being like, okay, you really need some help. Somebody who doesn't have diabetes would be like 1 to 7. That's a good range. Well, the highest I've ever been was either 12 or 14, I believe, which is really, really bad, which is like, oh my God, you need medicine now to help you. But recently when I went to the doctor, I was at a 9.3. So with this new plan that my doctor has me on, our goal is to get me to a 6.5. I know it's a bunch of numbers, may not mean anything to you, but basically it just means that the range where I'm at is too high. Not ridiculous, but it's way too high and we need to get it down and get it under control. So I, up until this point, was only using metformin and insulin. I'm on 1,000 milligrams twice a day, so in the morning with meals and at night with meals for metformin, 1,000 milligrams, which is the highest amount that they have for metformin. There's 500 milligrams and 1,000, and 1,000 is the max, and that's what I've been taking twice a day. So I did have insulin, a fast-acting insulin, so I was supposed to check my sugar and then use the insulin before I eat. So basically, all throughout the day, you kind of spike, your sugar spikes. So you'll have your level for when you first wake up in the morning, and then when you eat, it goes up, and then after you eat, it'll come back down, maybe not exactly where it was in the morning, but it'll taper that back down, and then when you eat, it'll go back up again, and that's kind of how your sugar works. Well, somebody who has diabetes, usually you start off with like a pretty high level, and then once you eat, it goes high, and then it doesn't really come back down, it stays high, and then once you eat again, it goes high, so it's not really good. So we were trying to work on a plan to get me back down. So when I went to the doctor, she prescribed me with Basaglar, I guess that's how you pronounce it. So it basically looks like this. It's like an EpiPen, and the insulin is in this little syringe right here, and on this base right here there are numbers. So you turn and click this to put the units in that you need, and there are tips that you screw onto this, and you just basically put it to your stomach and you push this and it injects the insulin into your body. I'm not gonna lie, when I first did this, I absolutely hated it. It hurts, and once you inject the insulin, you're supposed to hold it on your stomach for 10 seconds so that it could all be entered into your system. It burned. The needle hurt and it burns. Once the insulin is inside it, I'm going to say it one more time, it burns. And I cried. I didn't want to do it. I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. I can't. It hurts too much. Now, I'm somebody who has never loved needles. I have never liked them. Anytime I had to get a shot, I wanted to smack the person who was giving it to me. I have since become more accustomed to it, and the other insulin that I take, I actually have to use a syringe, put it into it, jab myself, and I've been doing that consistently, so I'm very proud of the progress that I've made. This one was different. Even though the needle is smaller and it's a lot shorter, for some reason it was hurting a lot more than the other one, and I hated it. But I have to say that my numbers, my sugar levels with this has dropped significantly. I have seen a major improvement in my sugars, and I am so excited about it. So I will endure the burn from this shop because it is lowering my numbers. Before I was prescribed this medicine, and I've only been on it for 4 nights, I've only 4 days so far, it has dropped significantly. My sugars before I started taking this, the lowest it would be in the morning would be like 230, 260, 2 something. And that's way too high. Like when you first wake up, your sugar should be under 100. Literally, they should be under 100 when you first wake up. And I was in the 200 range, which is ridiculous for first waking up. But since I started taking this, the very first night I took it, my sugar, when I checked it the morning after, it was 197. Then the next morning it was 179. Then after that it was 146. And then this morning it was 106. And I was like, oh, it's working. So it has been significantly bringing my numbers down, and I am so excited. And I just wanted to encourage anybody out there that is dealing with a disease, whether it's sickle cell, diabetes, whatever the case may be. There are going to be days and moments when you are going to feel like, God, why me? Why am I dealing with this? But you can deal with it and you can get through it. I am definitely an example of that. I have never loved needles, and for a big chunk of being diagnosed with this, because I've only been diagnosed with it for 3 years, I have been angry and I've been frustrated, and I'm like, God, why me? And the things that I loved, because I was a big candy person, I loved candy, and a big sweets person. Why can't I have my sweets, and why can't I have my sugar, and why do I have to do this, and feeling sluggish? And it alters your life. You know, you have to make that change. Without it being treated, my sugars being as high as they were definitely was on the way to just complete system destruction. Because when you have sugars that are consistently high and not under control, you can lose your eyesight, you could lose a limb, and then all of your organs begin to shut down. And I want to be around for my family. So getting this under control is super, super, super important to me. And I'm so excited to go back to the doctor and show her the numbers and just kind of tell her how I've been feeling. Since I started taking this, I have felt more energetic. And I've always been a morning person, but just in the morning with my sugars being so high, I just kind of felt sluggish. I felt more depressed. Like when things wouldn't go right, I just felt them like weighing much heavily on me than before. And since I've started taking this, I have noticed a dramatic increase in my energy level, and I'm excited. I'm so, so, so excited. So I just want to encourage you guys to stick with it. I know some days are going to be easier than others, but on those days when it's not that good, take time to just recuperate, recover, and just remind yourself that it's not the end of the world. Pain is temporary. You can get through this, and I am here for you. And I want to keep documenting my journey and what goes on with me, because maybe it'll be an encouragement to somebody else. You know, to me, diabetes is not the worst disease to have to deal with, but it is a whole life-changing experience, because you cannot eat and live the way that you were before. And it's doable. We can live a very full and meaningful life, and I'm so excited about this. So guys, that is all that I have for today, and until my next video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video so you can help your girl get this channel growing. And remember guys, it is 2020, and let's get out there and get it.